everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name's Liz, and for today's video we are going to do some super cute and fun Christmas DIYs, so let's go ahead and jump on in. For this DIY, I'm going to take one of these Thanksgiving signs that you can get at the Dollar Tree. I like it because it has all the different, spots that go a little bit longer, kind of that shiplappy, wood look, if you know what I'm talking about. You can see it on the sign. But I'm going to paint that with one rough coat of my Waverly chalk paint in white. I filled in the holes with some wood filler, and then I really did this just really sloppy. I didn't worry about getting everything covered. I wanted it to look rustic and weathered. Right where those slats are, I'm going to draw a line with an acrylic paint pen, just in a gray color, just to give it some more dimension, make it look like those shiplap lines. I'm going to rough it up with a little bit of sandpaper afterwards so it's not too perfect, but I just used the slat to make a straight line in between each one of those pieces. Now I'm going to take one of these snowmen that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to start by painting his head and his body just with one coat of my Waverly chalk paint in white. After he is all good and painted, I'm going to take one of these buffalo check tree skirts from the Dollar Tree. I am just going to cut this apart. I like this, number one, for the red buffalo check, and number two, for the trimming around it with the little white fuzziness. I think it's super cute. So what I'm going to do is just take a little section of that, and I am going to cut some of that outer fuzz off of it, and I'm going to use that for the brim of the snowman's hat. So I'm just going to hot glue one side to the back, and then I hot glue the rest of the fuzzy fluff, or whatever you want to call it, to the brim of the snowman's hat. Next, I wanted the snowman's hat to be that red buffalo check. So what I did was just place the material over his hat, and I took a black colored pencil and I just drew right where the brim of his hat was so that I could get the correct shape when cutting it out. I'll cut that fabric out just like that, and then I am going to hot glue the fabric in between the fluff on his hat. So the fluff on his hat had two different layers to it, so I could open it up and I could insert the buffalo check material, and then I could hot glue it together. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put it right in there, and then you won't see any of that seam. And then I'll go through and trim down the buffalo check material, and then I'll just hot glue the rest of it to the back of the snowman. And then for his scarf, I'm going to use that same tree skirt material. I just cut a little piece out for the top of his scarf. And then for the bottom of his scarf, I'm going to take a piece and fold over the top so that you can't see any kind of seam. I'll hot glue that to the very top, and then hot glue the rest of it down for the remaining part of his scarf. Once I've got his scarf all attached to him, I'm going to paint his nose just with an orange acrylic paint that I have. And then I added some more of that fluff from this tree skirt to the bottom of his scarf. Just felt like that kind of tied everything together. Hot glued a little cotton ball to the little pom-pom of his hat. And then I'm just going to hot glue him right down to the sign. And that is it for this adorable snowman buffalo check sign. For this DIY, I found these house signs at the Dollar Tree, which I thought were really, really fun. You can remove the roof portion of the sign, so I'm just going to take that off. I'm going to flip it on its back, and I'm going to give this one good coat of my Waverly chalk paint and ink. Now, do you guys ever have those projects or those days where you just feel like you are totally messing everything up? Because that was one of these days. I felt like no matter what I did, I was just really, really struggling with my projects. I don't know what it was, but this was one of them. And I thought, you know what? I could not show this and not show people how much I struggle sometimes, or I could be a real human being just like everybody else and show you guys some of my mistake projects. I still thought that this turned out really cute and I really wanted to show it. So even though this kind of got a little messed up, here it is. So I'm going to take this reindeer parking transfer from COUTURE. This was actually the Club Couture transfer that we got for the month of November. If you don't know what Club Couture is with COUTURE, you get a monthly B-sized transfer along with some paste singles to go along with your transfer. And I think it's really fun, their monthly subscription. It's only $20 a month. And like I said, you get a B-size transfer, some single packets of paste, and you get to try it out, see if you like it. You get a little surprise every single month. So I think it's really fun. So like I said, this one is from November, and I'm just going to place it right on top of my house. You want to make sure that you fuzz it before so it's not too sticky when you set it down on your surface, so that it's not lifting paint up or anything like that. So I stick it down. I'm going to use my white chalk paste to go over the entire thing. Now, when I did this, I somehow messed up on it. Sometimes I do it and I'm like, how did I even do that? I don't even know how I did that. I must not have covered it as well as I thought I did, because when I pulled it up, it was missing several pieces, and so I had to redo it. I washed my transfer, let it dry, stuck it back down, and this time I misaligned it from how I had it before. So it was kind of smudged in some places or looked a little bit off in others. And I just kind of took a little sponge and tried to clean it up as best I could. But, there you have it. I even struggle with simple daily crafts that, I have off days. This was an off day for me. So here we go. I still think it turned out really cute, but, it happens. So lastly, I'm going to take some gel super glue, add it to that little roof piece, and add it back onto my house. And that is it for this DIY. Really, really simple. And I love the black and the brown for Christmas. I don't know what it is. I'm just really digging that black color. Just the simpleness of it, maybe just the neutral kind of colors. I don't know, but I think it's really fun. For this DIY, I'm going to take this little Believe sign that you can pick up from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to start by removing the backing from it. I'm going to take some scrapbook paper that I got in a pack from Hobby Lobby. I chose this red and white snowflake one that I just thought was absolutely beautiful. I will trace the backing out onto the scrapbook paper and I will cut that out. And then I'm just going to use a trusty little glue stick to apply my scrapbook paper to the back. Now I'm going to take the front side of our Believe sign and I am going to cover up the red on the word Believe. I'm going to do it with about 3 coats of my Waverly chalk paint in white. I wanted this to, be white since the background is already red, and wanted the Believe to pop out a little bit more from in front of that red scrapbook paper. So I just painted that white, and then I'm going to take a little silver Belle, put a little hot glue where the eye is, and put my Belle on top of the eye. I thought this was really fun and really cute. Gave it a little extra something for the sign. And then I'm just going to take some super glue and super glue the back to the front of the sign. And that's all you have to do for this one. It was really quick, really easy, and it only cost me, maybe $1.25, if that. For this DIY, I'm going to take one of these chalkboard signs that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I have seen a couple different sizes in this style, which I think is really fun. I'm going to start by removing the jute hanger from the top, and then I'm going to take my Waverly Wax and Antique, and I'm just going to use that as a stain for the wood border at the top. And then I'm going to go in with this Snuggle Weather COUTURE transfer that I think is just adorable. I'm going to fuzz it on up several times, and then I'm going to center it on top of my little chalkboard, and this turned out so well. I thought this was so stinking cute. So I'm going to use my chalk paste, and I believe this is in the color Eucalyptus. It's really pretty. I just love this color so much. So I just covered the entire thing in this color, and then I'm going to pull up my transfer, and I'm going to make sure that I wash it so that I can use this again, because I thought this transfer was so stinking cute. And then to finish it off, I'm just going to put another jute hanger through the holes at the top. And then I have this pre-made bow that I got in a pack from Walmart. I'm just going to add some hot glue, put it in the middle of my sign, and that's it for this DIY. And that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know what your favorite project was in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe before you guys leave. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!